Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Demon Slayer episode 17. What happened last time?
Last time, the fight with the family, which seems to be apparently a very dysfunctional family of demons, is raging on still. The white-hot battle continues. Tanjiro just leapt through the hair with the help of Inosuke and chopped off the head of the mother demon who had been controlling everyone, but there's still 4 left, so we'll have to see what happens there.
Indeed.
And all the demon slayers who were trapped by the webs had their necks broken. So
We'll see what happens in this episode. Hope you guys like the video if you enjoy it, and subscribe. And if you want to get a week ahead, you can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/boldcast. You get a week ahead on this series and a bunch of others on our channel and a bunch of other exclusive stuff. Go check that out. But before we get into this is a non-market substitute. We're watching on Crunchyroll. We are watching on Crunchyroll. We assume you've done the same, which is why we're including some of the footage in this video as context for what we're talking about. But it is not a free alternative to watching on Crunchyroll. We ask that you support the official release. We're just including it so that you understand what we're talking about during our content, which is our reaction, our review of this episode. So yeah, support the official release, not a market substitute. Let's go, Demon Slayer, episode 17. That's a demon baby. That's fucking disgusting.
that's really gross. That's like that thing from Toy Story.
Yeah. It's my favorite part of the episode.
I don't like that.
This must be where that thing came from last episode.
Ugh.
That's the other child. Is he gonna meet up with anyone, or he's just gonna solo this guy whenever he comes to his senses?
I don't like that. Covered in spiders. Bites.
Oh! I wonder if he can even tell time.
Okay, well he's not going to turn into a spider.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So what is going to happen?
Ooh, backstory. I hate these fucking spiders. Did he get struck by lightning? And that's why his hair changed?
I think so.
Because he said it was his natural hair. He's actually going bald. The transformation, is that the transformation or is that him? Oh shit, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ah! Lucky he missed that.
I don't think luck had anything to do with it. Same position. I wonder if he knows any other forms. He probably does. Same form he used before. Oh, does he need to charge up for like a second? So every time he lands, he keeps restarting the process? Or it's a fake out and he's doing it multiple times to make you think that's right. Oh, or not. Or that he literally only knows this one. There are multiple forms, but he could never learn more than one, so he put all his points into that tree. 6 forms. Well, now he has a goal. Oh my god, it's so cool.
Ew.
Who is this? Oh, fellow student. Interesting. Watch this guy die. Clearly you ran away a bit too much.
Ew.
Ah! What the... What?
I think not.
Holy fuck! Sixfold!
Oh, that's so cool.
What the fuck happened to him? Oh shit. Is it the transformation? Slow your heart rate. Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh. Holy shit.
Dude's got muscles like corded fucking steel. What do you think of that one?
Interesting backstory there. Gramps, he just kept trying to escape his training every day and just getting dragged back into it.
I guess that's why he must have been afraid. I don't know if it was a real fear or if it was just a joke, but I don't know if it was, but that might be why he's like, he remarked that like if they were real friends they would have come back for me or urged me on, because he's just been coddled like a baby this whole time because that's the only thing that he responds to. Yeah, because that's what his teacher did. So I guess that's just how he sees like a positive relationship. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting of the differences between Inosuke and Zenitsu, because Tanjiro works really well with Inosuke, because Inosuke is like the kind of child who will like is like, I'm not going anywhere at all, and then you leave, and he's like, I'm gonna get there first.
I think you said Inosuke.
No, I meant Inosuke.
Okay.
Like, and then you like start to leave, and then he's like, no, actually, I'm coming, and I'm gonna do it even better than you, and I'm gonna get there first. Mm-hmm. But Zenitsu is like needs a bit more than that. He only started following them because he remembered Nezuko, not because he necessarily wanted to follow them into the forest.
Yeah.
But I guess it's interesting, his backstory. I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking, I'm like, I kind of like understand him a little bit more, but I'm still not a huge fan of him, I guess.
Why not?
I just still think he's annoying.
Yeah, well, he's definitely still annoying. I don't think that's ever going to change that.
Yeah.
I think if you think he's annoying, and I agree, I don't think I don't see I'll probably like him more, and I do like him more the more I learn about him, but he's still fucking annoying. Because his thing is still Tanjiro! Like over and over again, just constantly screaming, Yamete! Like just fucking over and over again. And I don't see that changing, even if he does become more courageous or like becomes gets over this shit that he's going through. He's it's funny because like he only excels when he's pushed to the fucking brink, when he's pushed to the edge. But his trainer, and maybe he did push him to the edge, but it seems like because he was constantly beating the shit out of him all day, so maybe he did know what he was doing when training him. But it seems like his trainer also like coddled him a little bit, but like also kicked the shit out of him every day. Maybe that's why he was able to learn in the first place, because he beat the shit out of him, constantly pushed him to the point where he had to like nut up or shut up. And that's how he learned. It's also like that's the only way that he seems to respond. It's like if you coddle him and do what he wants, then he'll just recede into crying and screaming and being a piece of shit. But if you treat him with a firm hand or give him no other option, then that's the only time that he responds. And I can see why a lot of people like him, because he is a very relatable character as far as like young guys, I imagine. Especially like, I imagine that if I watched the show when I was like 15, 16, I would have liked him a lot more, I think, because I was kind of like that too, where if I wasn't a self-starter. I couldn't do anything unless I was pushed to the point of no return, and like unless I if I had the option to fuck off and not do something, then I would take it and find some reason why I shouldn't do it. Whereas now I can kind of motivate myself a little bit better. It's like, yeah, he can't find motivation to do something. He lets fear or everything sort of overwhelm him to the point where he just doesn't. If he doesn't have to do something, he won't do it. He'll only do something if he's pushed to the brink, and it doesn't matter whether he wants to do it. It is because he does want to be better. He does, like he said, it's not a matter of what he wants. It's just how he is, that he doesn't. He can't force himself to do shit like that. So he has to be forced to do it. He can't force himself. He can't get over his own fears and insecurities and stuff. It just stops him.
Mm-hmm. It is interesting, though, how he can do... So, what I got from that, he can only do one of the 6 forms, but he can do it 6 times as powerful as anyone else.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm. Whereas Tanjiro's kind of a jack of all trades. Mm-hmm. Zenitsu is a master of one thing. Mm-hmm.
But he did it really well.
Yeah.
So...
But that would be fine if he could apply it at his own will, but he can't. He can't apply it whenever he needs. So that's the real hurdle. It's fine to only master one thing if you're good at doing that one thing and you can apply yourself. But if you are a genius in this one field, but you don't do anything, then you're shit. Then it doesn't matter what you can do if you don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's also a thing of, like, it doesn't matter, applying that to real life, and, like, again, I would have related to this. It doesn't matter how smart you are if you don't apply yourself. It doesn't matter if you can't, like, use your abilities to their fullest potential, or at all, even, then, like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be good at everything. You can just focus on one thing. But if you can't, it doesn't matter how much you focus on it or how much you learn. If you can't do the thing that you are training for, on your own volition, if you don't have the strength of will to power through the shit and actually apply the things that you've learned, then it doesn't matter if you learn them or not. It's just useless information. He can apply it in very specific circumstances, so it's not useless, but it makes him significantly weaker. Because it doesn't matter if he can one-shot this guy, he had to get poisoned and almost die. If he could activate that on his own accord, he would be the strongest fucking character in their troop.
With like the other two, especially with Tanjiro, as soon as he gets any sort of a scent or like anything, he's fucking ready to go.
Yeah.
And he can assess things, like, so quickly, like, down to, like, the second of him flying through the air and, like, noticing the look in a demon's face.
Yeah.
And changing his move to accommodate for that. Whereas Zenitsu can... It seems he like, once he is powered up and ready to go, he can take it with, like, no problem. He can just kill a demon.
Yeah.
It's not even a fight. He can just do it.
In a way, he's kind of like an extreme version of Tanjiro. Because when Tanjiro was starting out, his thing was decision-making. Like, he's not decisive. He gets too caught up with his emotions. He gets too caught up with, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right move? Should I use this strike? Should I evade this strike? Should I parry? Should I dodge? Should I go after Nezuko and help her? Or should I deal with what's in front of me right now? What should I do? He can't, like, pick a path. But once he got over that and was able to learn the sword forms and rely on the sort of programming of training, like, he programmed himself to the point where he is sure enough in his abilities that if a problem is presented and he has an answer for it, he can apply that as fast as possible. And Zenitsu is kind of the extreme of that, where he didn't learn a wealth of abilities. He learned one ability. And he is sort of held back by his emotions and his fears and his indecisiveness, but to such an extreme degree. So not only is he relying on his training in times of stress, but it's just taking that step further of what Tanjiro is going through. So that's kind of interesting. And Inosuke is the opposite of both of them. But yeah, it's cool. I like it. I want to see. I don't know what they're gonna do with Zenitsu, if he's going to try and learn more forms. But the first thing is getting over his shit. But I think that's like a long-term thing. I think him being able to self-start and getting over this hurdle, like having to be pushed to the brink every single fucking time, being pushed to the brink of death in order to activate your true potential, that's going to be like an end game shit. He's like, I think going forward he'll have to. Maybe he'll learn from Tanjiro. Like, he'll see Tanjiro, well, Tanjiro can do all this stuff, and I can do this one thing, but maybe if I try to learn a couple other things, I'll be able to apply myself in different situations and be more confident. If I don't have to rely on this one thing, and know that if that fails, then I can't do anything, and I'm useless without this one tactic. Something like that. Because I think his personal struggle, that's like the main arc that he's going to have to go through, which is being able to activate himself at will. I think that's going to be the long-term thing. But I'm excited to see it, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I did like the one thing that Gramps taught him, which was to not give up, which has been sort of presented in the whole protecting Nezuko's box thing. That was sort of like he wasn't gonna fight back, but he wasn't gonna just let him have it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I guess he's not just he's he has redeeming qualities.
Yeah. He has all the makings of a strong, confident person. It's just that, and he did take all of the teachings to heart. It's just his own personal failing that he can't apply them. And that's what he needs to get over. It's not that he's weak. It's that he can't use his strengths unless he has no other option. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know how to summon that within himself and be motivated to do it. He can, he's getting closer. He's definitely, with Nezuko and having a goal outside of just survival, that is kind of pushing him in a direction. But I don't know how real that is to his character, or if that's just a meme for the fact that he thinks Nezuko's really cute, and that's just supposed to be
if running into a dangerous forest.
But that's more than he would have done before. When they were trapped in the house, all he wanted to do was escape, and he would have he was talking about leaving the kid that he was supposed to be there to save behind. So it's different. He definitely has that shows some growth right there. But whether that's a significant step or just a meme, I can't quite tell. We'll have to see further on how things develop. But judging from these two circumstances, he's definitely shown some growth in the way that he does this. So.
I would love for him to see Nezuko just go all out.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. And then he loses. What if he lost his will to protect her because she's so strong, and then he just regresses?
Or he just felt inspired because she's super strong and powerful.
I don't think he would feel inspired. I think it would be funny as shit if he just lost all motivation to protect her.
I don't even think it would be that funny of that, but just the pure look on his face as he sees her kick a demon's head off or some shit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction and review of this episode of Demon Slayer. Unless there's more you want to talk to.
He sees them fighting in the distance. Nezuko running over, sees her rip someone in half. Just
starts running in the opposite. Doesn't even She's just huh? Looks over at him and he's just gone. He's just there's a dust trail, a shape of him in dust, and it drifts away like Scooby Doo. Yeah. Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
See you in the next one. Bye-bye. And thank you to all of our patrons, especially those in the Student Council: Zenge,
John Ortega,
Aurora,
Lewis,
Chris Janvey,
Nelson Barbosa,
Kage Uzumaki,
Dreadful XR,
Brian,
Handicap Bonkai,
D23L,
Charles Liu,
Brian,
Michael Wells,
King Mr. Mew,
Rifleman Z51,
Brandon Bruce,
Fallow,
Mord Tarragon,
Alfonso Reynoso,
Josh Carey Gray,
Jordan Angu,
Lolly Convict,
Takamasa Baba,
Vanity,
Redacted,
Josue Gonzalez,
Zachary Pora,
Mohammed Buran Ahmed. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.